Alright, so we are back and checking out some new stuff that released on Forza Horizon 6 that I apparently missed. So, this is all from IGN's YouTube, so if you guys want to go and check the full videos of this, then head over there. So, by my understanding, this is, well, obviously in-game footage, which is quite interesting that they're choosing the Celine. But I think I've seen like a 15-second clip of this, nothing more. I don't want to make the whole video about just this. We can sort of skip through and like watch some stuff, I think. Pre-release in-game footage, which is nice because it's actually looking really good. I would say graphic-wise, it's probably very similar to Forza Horizon 5. In terms of that. So, you know, I'm not expecting insane graphics. But it does look good. Definitely. So, judging by the cars, the roads actually seem to be fairly similar, I would say, to Forza Horizon 5 as well. That is... oh, we got a big jump there. That's interesting. The houses are very small though. Okay, maybe it's a bit more narrow in terms of how the roads are designed. But dude, I love this area though. Some houses in between, some K-trucks. Dude, this view is awesome. I think I saw a screenshot, I don't know if it was from this video, but of like that the size is actually very large. So it is gonna take some time to drive, you know, throughout. And of course, if you hit the highway, it's gonna go faster. But honestly, the whole like urban area looks really good. You know, I said this before in another one of the videos, but I was quite... maybe not skeptical, but I'm not like that excited for the urban area. I'm gonna say something though. This kind of reminds me of the way that this looks is very similar to how Test Drive, what I think they wanted it to look like in sorts. I know there are different locations, that's not what I mean, but the way Test Drive wanted to design the environment, I feel like this is how they wanted it to be. Because they did kind of fail in some areas with that game, but I feel like this is hitting the spot with that. Because the thing that I was quite worried about, especially with like the urban area, was that it was gonna be, you know, plain... well, I'm gonna say this simply, plain roads. You kind of drive through the city, but I will say that these roads actually feel very interactive with the city, and that is a good thing, okay? And this is sort of the highway, I guess. Also reminds me a lot of the roads in No Hesi. I mean, obviously those are inspired by Japanese, like, highways, I guess, so makes sense. Oh dude, wait, this looks sick. Wow, okay. This is actually really cool. Well, okay, maybe not the tunnel itself, but... new region discovered. I like that though. That's actually like regional based. That's really sick. So far I don't see or have any like a lot of complaints about this. There's definitely gonna be some when you actually sit down, play the game, experience everything, that there's stuff you're gonna miss, there's stuff you're gonna like not like, for sure. One of those things that maybe not like, but you know, so one thing that I'm expecting to be disappointed with is the engine sounds. because they do. I wouldn't say that they sound great. We also haven't heard a lot of them. We can actually skip a bit forward here because I do want to see some more. I mean, yeah, for sure. Like, the coast side is very nice. Would love to see this in Sundown, if that is a thing. I would guess that that is going to be a thing, since we do get, from what I remember, seasons. The wind farm up there. Dude, it's so cool seeing the houses on the beach side. Motor auto zone. Some old shops and like a boat base. Dock, maybe is the correct word for that. Some farms. Wow, okay. Okay, maybe honestly, graphic wise, now we got a motion blur on, so it's kind of hard to tell. But honestly, there is a lot more detail in the, I was gonna say vegetarian area, but you know what I mean, like the trees and stuff. They feel fuller somehow, and I think the environment is a big thing when it comes to making Japan feel like a good place to be with this game. So yeah, I think they put a lot of effort into that, because if the environment lacks, the whole game is gonna lack. I think that's what happened with like Horizon 5. The Hokubu region. I probably butchered the hell out of that. Dude, this is gonna be a cool photo spot. But I love being able to see like so much of the map from like so many different places. I also want to jump over and see some stuff about this.
For everyone, and I think that answer for me, success is when we
of arriving at the Horizon Festival as an established superstar. In Forza Horizon 6, you will find yourself in Japan as a tourist, with no initial association with the Horizon Festival. It'll only be as you successfully complete the qualifying events that you'll earn a wristband to enter the big show as an accredited festival racer. What's set to follow will be a much more curated racing experience, graduating through the car classes via the Horizon Festival's coloured wristband tiers, which have been inspired by the very first Forza Horizon game. As a result, Forza Horizon 6's highest car classes will be off limits within the confines of the festival's event structure until much later in the game. The idea here, it seems...
The thing that I saw something about with that they're looking like, let's say, hypercars behind progression. I like that. But there is one thing that kind of takes that away, is from what I understand, you are able to buy the hypercars, you're just not able to use them in races. And yes, you can choose to buy and not buy, sure. But I think that kind of takes away from it still, because if you're in entry level and you're still able to buy a hypercar, you know, not using it in races still doesn't mean that it's locked. Because we do have that in the former games as well, where you can't use it in a certain race if it's like, you know, it is locked to classes and stuff like that. But I think like if you're gonna lock a certain vehicle category, then lock it completely. When you get up to level 25, you're able to start buying the hypercars, and then when you get to level 30, you're able to start using them in races, something like that. I feel would be more useful.
A more overt
That
and potentially...
I understand if people jump on the game to buy said hypercars, but at that point you're gonna have to grind to get there, and it's gonna be a lot more fun, I think.
Of progression. What appears to have made these changes to the campaign flow possible without compromising the freedom the Forza Horizon series regards as a core pillar of its identity, are the ways in which Forza Horizon 6 will go about rewarding play elsewhere.
On the one hand, I think it comes down to this desire to have things that are just organically in the world as you drive around. Those obviously can be vistas that you can see or cool bits of road that you can encounter, but connecting them to gameplay systems was really important because that creates more engaging experiences. So I think one answer for it is from that point of view, make things that you discover that are playable just in the world, where you reduce the friction, you make it easier to do something together with other people.
The something that I'm demonstrated today is Forza Horizon 6's new time attack driving.
I think this is
Time
going to
attack
be
is a
quite
brand new
fun.
feature for Forza Horizon 6. It's a shared world feature where it's all about getting the fastest lap time as possible on these incredible grassroots circuits across our map, and they're kind of quite varied. You might have an off-road one, you might have a track focus one, and really it is at its core you're setting a lap time and then trying to beat that every time, and we have splits that kind of show if you're getting faster or slower, and every time you do a lap you get credits and XP as well. And that's kind of the solo experience, and there's kind of a loop where you can just hot lap for as long as you want. But really,
That is amazing,
it's a place
though.
where we've seen other players gather. It's a place of activity. I kind of go back to that shared world.
I have a
energy
feeling
that you get
people are
from
going to be
other
able to
players.
break
This is kind
that,
of a
but
hot
we'll see.
spot where you'll find other players who are also hot lapping. If you want to take that even higher, we also have these in-world leaderboards that track the best times across the community, and that is filtered to your PI class, and these are actually grounded in-world leaderboards. You will see the top 3 times across the community at your PI. You'll see your time, so you'll always see your name, you'll always see your car with your livery and where you rank on that leaderboard, and you can also see your rival as well. And the way that rival system works is it will always prioritize your friends. So you might be driving past, and then you can see that one of your friends has actually topped your score, and that's a really, all within the world, you just see my friends there and they're ahead of me, and then you can go in and try and beat them. It's a system that
I think that's really good. We are going to cut the video about here, though I do want to continue on this and check out the rest of the video at some point. So if you guys want to see more of this, let me know down below. Before I go, I do think that this concept is a very good concept. I like it. I will want to see like how people break it, because this is sort of the same thing that happened with Motorfest when it released. They kind of made it so you could repeat feats and speed traps, stuff like that. People found a way to break it immediately. I was also one of those people, and they didn't like that, they nerfed it, yada yada. So we'll see how they go about this, but the systems are a bit different in Motorfest than this, so I don't think it's gonna affect this game as much as it did Motorfest. Regardless, I'm excited. We do still have some stuff to check out, so if you guys have enjoyed, leave a like and a comment down below, subscribe, all the good stuff, and I will catch you all tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be a new game on the channel, so look out for that. And well, new game technically, but technically not, but for the channel it's a new game. So very excited about that. Stay tuned, see you guys tomorrow, have a good one, goodbye.